Okay, back on the air. It was a great day. In California, it rained a great portion of the day. I got up a little late because I was doing what I'm doing right now, up studying and trying to put some content together. I wanted to come on and just share a little bit about all of the stuff that I'm intaking. I always talk about Jim Rohn, but I've been into this program, marketing, Lead System Pro. My God, yeah, I'm learning marketing really effective marketing, and I'm learning video techniques. And my dude over there, Stephen Rachel, don't give up on me, man. I haven't really been on my Facebook because I'm trying to organize some things uh, around getting a group setting and um, being able to just move forward with some other software that I'm trying to make work. So in order to abide by everything that makes these programs work, marketing online, there are boundaries and guidelines, and I want to play every part of this program the right way. So structuring myself with Facebook is very important, and that's where I'm at right now. I am being very effective, and I think that the motivation that I'm giving myself a chance to have with isolating and just taking in as much of Jim Rohn and Dr. Miles Monroe's techniques on how to work on your character and make sure that you have everything about you okay. So whenever God catapults you to the front, no matter how sideways people want to come and dig up into your, your past, everything's going to be okay. Because see, the thing with me is I can talk about everything I've been through. I just know that I'd rather focus more on all the things that I'm doing right now than what I did wrong in my past, because the past happened and all things work together for the good if you allow it to. Same thing is like you keep repeating the same cycles over and over, and you can end up with the title of insanity as a jacket. I'm not gonna live in that box. I see what my mistakes were. I what do they say? Repent, man. You turn away from that behavior and you start doing something different. So it's just about changing your mind, and that all happens through the content that you feed yourself. Not only the mental food that you're getting through, I talk about my mental feeding grounds all the time, but I don't want to minimize what I do in the natural myself with all of my supplementing. I have to do a lot of things to stay in my journey, talking about my past. You go to my site, my page over there, Ray Mason. See what Ray Mason is all about. I got an About Me page. You can Google me or whatever you do to get me. I got quite a few things around content on the YouTube nowadays. So being consistent with what I'm doing, with getting content out there about my journey, and why I choose to use certain products that I use, how I use these products, all of that, I try to document on my blog, and I try to give people the opportunity to do exactly what I'm doing. I try to let them try the products. I've got a gift there at my spot where you can try the products for free and see what that do for you. Because I know for a fact that what I'm getting out of being able to go to the gym on a daily basis, what I'm getting out of being able to think clearly and make good sound decisions, even in my infancy and everything that I'm learning with this new skill set, it's a great journey. So my successes are just, they're awesome on a day-to-day basis. I'm working with the gratitudes so heavily that today I had a scenario. I went and got groceries, right? So I get back with all of my things and I'm putting away and everything. So I'm calculating exactly where I'm at. I'm gonna check my wallet and see what what my damages were, even though I know it was $40.50. I just want to double check on my money and just see how I want to play this next move. So next thing I know, I can't find my wallet. I don't know how many of y'all ever been there, but it was one of those God moments for me, because I had to really reach out to him after I had went to all of my, I'm a very structured dude. So like my wallet go here, my keys go here, all of these things. And when something's out of place like that, then I go back to my clothing or something that I may have been wearing, which I still had on. So where did I place this wallet? I mean, I had to go back to the gas station that I went to after I left the grocery store. And I'm looking on the ground and I'm driving, I'm looking on the side of the road or whatever, maybe, said, no, you didn't do that, man. I get all the way back home and I placed this black wallet on one of the end posts. I have a 4-post bed thing, but on the lower end, you can set the wallet on the black surface. And I was overlooking all of that. It being on this black surface on the wrong side of my bed. And I had to backtrack where I took off the sweatshirt and I set it over on the side. And I set the wallet there on that black thing where I don't usually put it at, on the opposite side of my bed. I'm never over there. That's not putting my wallet there. But it has me in a moment where I said, God, whoever find my wallet, can you just have them give it to the attendant in the gas station? Because I know by now I had to have dropped it on the ground when I was getting back in the car, because I paid for everything in cash in the pump inside the store. So I said, okay, lost your wallet. And I started assessing what the value of that thing was. Not even counting the little $150 that was in the wallet, but all of my VA, all of my Loma Linda medical cards and dental cards and IDs. And I just really began to praise God, because after all of that journey, I came home and I began to say, well, you're going to just sit down and you're going to ask God why this had to happen, with all of the goodness and everything. You trying to dot every I and cross every T and just stay straight and work on character. And then you lose your wallet when all you want to do is just go pick up some water and a couple of items in the grocery store. How does that happen? And I came home and it challenged me to think about this place of gratitude that I'm in right now, and to say how much I appreciate the opportunity to work on my character. I appreciate the opportunity to grow in such a great new business. So when I look at all of what money controls in my life and how valuable even that small $150 was in my wallet, man, you know, it was going to be like a setback to make it from the 15th all the way to the 1st again. And you know, I got a couple other dollars and I might even get a few Christmas gifts, you know, around money coming in or something, but you ain't got no time to be losing no $150, $160. And not to mention that all of the ID to try to create some more money, you know, with license to get around. And, you know, now, oh man, I don't even want to talk about it. God bless me to find this wallet in my house, in a safe place, out of place, but in a safe place, and reminded me of how valuable the memory is, reminded me of how valuable it is to have good systems in place, and how valuable it is to just be grateful for the little things. You know, maybe that 150 is not a lot of money to somebody, but it means a lot to me in this season that I'm in while I'm trying to grow a business and make wise decisions to make it through the month with all the sacrifices that I've made to get software and everything else to keep pushing this thing along. I could not afford for that to happen. So I challenged my faith, and my belief brought me to a great end, because God hadn't let me down. And like many times around our finances and everything and our habits, you know, it's not God who letting us down. I fell off because I shouldn't have been putting that wallet over there in the wrong place. We all fall off. And while we, you know, looking at just this little story about $150 or misplacing an item that you really don't need to be misplacing, it's all about the gist of the story for me is, let's create some great habits. You know, I have great habits around my wallet and my phone, and I don't never lose them. So for that to happen, it just really got me. And I saw myself getting ready to have a sleepless night. And something told me, no, you're going to have some sleep, even if you have to take your sleeping pill, which I've been avoiding because I've been in a testing period with my new sleep medication. And I went like this because it's a spray. You know, I'm getting used to do 10 squirts, and now you got a liquid that you know, get into your oral cavities, and now it works in your mouth and you swallow it down. Like 80-something% absorption rate. And that's phenomenal over all of these other capsules and caplets. But I'm trying to tell you guys that supplementing is a great, great thing. And I done moved away from the wallet thing because I'm talking about gratitudes and how to take care of the body, and you ain't got no money to waste. But I want to just get you all tuned in to what's really going on with me, the reason why I'm really on this camera all the time, and that's because I'm trying and making money. Both are happening. You know, I received my first commissions after like 7 to 8 days, but the bottom line is, it just gave me a taste and made me really start putting up content, made me get back in and upgrade my site, and I was like, okay, I got the right product. But it was more than that. You know, I finally got the right marketing system. I got the right product who had a great marketing system. They have great people to teach you how to do the marketing system, how to use it, how to become a great marketer. That's the difference. And most of all, they moving the whole company in that direction. Now there's, you know, it's always the conversation around belly to belly, you know, face meetings, all of that. That's all great. That's all great. I pass out cards all the time with my blog on it because I'm building my own healthcare and coaching and all of the different things that my value is in. After 61 years in this journey, I have great value, and I know that because of how many rooms God has allowed me to go through, and what I saw in the rooms and what I have to deal with now with healthcare issues, what I deal with now in trying to take myself out the box of just living on just $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Who? I mean, I don't want to say who. I just want to say I can't do it. I can't let myself be in that type of a container with such lofty goals. Even at 61, I still see that I didn't get to Europe. To be honest, I didn't even get to New York yet. Been as far as Philadelphia, but I didn't make it to New York. And, there are a lot of states I didn't make it to here in America. But New York is one of them ones I really want to go to. Chicago, Detroit. But it ain't even about anything other than the fact that I was able to take the journey. I was able to maybe be there on a business venture with a bunch of other friends. Whatever the case may be, I would like to be able to do those things, and I would like to do them comfortably with a budget and an agenda. So I got to make that happen. It's my thought, my idea. Money's nothing but an idea. These thoughts are nothing but something that you try to reach out and give yourself a reason why to live. With me getting retirement at 59 and a half, and I'm 61 now, and I'm feeling better than when they gave me the retirement. You see, to have the blood disorder, multiple myeloma, HEMPWORX, these are the titles that were thrown at me, HEMPWORX and multiple myeloma. And to break it down really clearly, stage 2 and stage 3, non-perforation in HEMPWORX, perforation in stage 3. Okay, so that's to make it really simple, but how do I ward off stage 3 became my challenge. So from 2015 to now December of 2019, I have done a lot of things, including 45-day fast and studying YouTube endlessly for content around health and nutrition, and learning about the lymphatic system, learning about the endocannabinoid system, learning about the I said the lymphatic, right? That's having to do with interstitial fluids. Immune system, that's the one I was leaving out. Critical. So look, in this fight, in this battle, food became my enemy, because the more I dig in to try to fix myself, the more I find out it's the food. But the deeper I get into it is how to repair the food damage. And that's where I ran into a lot of supplementation, because to find out the things that others had used was very key if I were going to turn this thing around. And man, did I find them. I mean, it's amazing how I live a pain-free pretty much life. I get I get that I have neuropathy, but I don't have to have my feet screaming out at me every day like that, because I know that a cream I have gets 7 layers deep into my feet and just works all of that nerve damage that neuropathy has caused. The oils that I use, I'm in a hemp program where the oil is, that's the ticket, But I'd be wrong if I didn't tell you about this great regimen of protein that I got to fills my body with cysteines and glutathione, and I could go on and on with names, the chlorella and cumin, ginger, maca root, the burdock, the dandelions. I'm just inundated with information, and sitting here trying to throw names at y'all it's just time consuming. When I tell you Ray Mason, that's all you got to remember. Just say Ray Mason, and you can find me. I'm in the atmosphere. Go hit my site, and there I reward everybody for coming there with challenging them to try the oils, and they're free. You know what I'm saying? I want you to come try the free samples, and at the same time, we can talk about how you can do what I'm doing. You can't get in front of camera and brand yourself. I'm Ray Mason, and what I'm talking about, how I live, man. Talking about my journey and this information of you either accept the cancer coming at you or you run, I said, like Forrest, I talk about it all the time. Run, Forrest, run. Man, yeah. And I started running, man, and I found some great products. Ooh. But I'd be lying if I told you guys it was just that. Because it ain't, It's all of it's me right now being in front of the camera having something to do with my mind. It's that part. You see, because you ain't got no whole lot of control over advanced directives coming at you every week in the mail, and cremation and burial and tickets to this dinner and tickets to that dinner, and this speaker's going to be here for neuropathy, this one's going to be here for cancer, and this one's going to be here for multiple myeloma. Yeah, my mind, because that's what I'm up against and have been for ever, seems like, but I can say ever since I received my oncology run. Somebody put it in the atmosphere that I'm now in oncology programs, and that pretty much means you're going to die soon. I mean, based on the information I get from the mailers, right? I didn't invite them to mail me all this crap. I just have to receive it and remind me that this is what you need to be doing in this season. Well, I thank them for reminding me, but if I can only live off of what SSI and the Railroad Retirement are giving me, how do I get to all of these other benefits that they keep telling me I should be getting? I should be trying to get at some kind of arrangement so that when I die, I don't leave my kids a burden. I should be trying to get at some cremation arrangements if I want them to cremate me rather than let the VA throw me in a box over there in Riverside. These are my things, right? So I don't worry about where I'm going to be after, that last breath is getting down. But I do think about the two young men that will have that to face. And how do I want them to look at that? So them being my next of kin, I have to be proactive. So getting into this and doing an opportunity is what it's all about for me. And there could be hundreds and thousands of other individuals that'll see this and look at these circumstances that I just put out there. You see, my whole get down with taking this opportunity to share my healthcare walk, my whole journey, and try to monetize it with these programs that I use their supplements, and they can give me an opportunity to travel, and they can give me an opportunity to share my story on a bigger platform about how real this thing is. And I'm not the only one with these kind of circumstances. I'm just saying this is how I'm challenging it, because I know that I'm not going to worry about, the whole cremation versus going to a funeral plot in Riverside with the VA versus, what I'm gonna leave on an insurance policy. Do I have an insurance policy? How we gonna have a service when you ain't making enough money to even save nothing to have a service? Think about that. And then you say, look, Ray Mason, I see what you're doing. But you know how many Ray Masons is out there, man? It's a bunch of them. In the VA programs, with no hope, with bad diagnosis, with feet hurting right now, with back problems, and they're taking everything that the VA will administer because it's free. And if they move away from that, then they up against what I'm doing right now or something, because you have to provide a way to pay for these other supplements if you're going to move away from the free supplements, which ain't really doing nothing but giving you another problem down the road. So I'd rather guess at how many days I'm going to get and feel good while I'm walking through than to sit there and keep taking another medication that's going to make me be sitting somewhere, stuck with no content going into your head to try to do better, no time to learn a new skill, something you could do from you already in this mode. You're going to get worse if you sit up and atrophy and not get a workout program and not get you start eating better, because you learning material to tell you what foods are good for you, what goes with taking ginger capsules and turmeric and the cumin. See, these are real strong mucus busters. So I found myself not worried about whether I do a black bean pasta or a regular pasta, because I'm going to offset that acidic condition of that pasta and break that sugar down with ginger and cumin and a few of my other nutrients. I can just throw them in the atmosphere because they mucus magnets, but you got to do some other things with them to assist it, because I was doing all of that. But when I found I got some superheroes that I work with, and those are the ones that I go to bat with and learning this marketing for, and really want to get an opportunity to travel and talk about the grace that God gave me to find them and be in a pain-free scenario. I get to go to the gym every day. I get high on riding a bike or, my cross trainers, and then I can get over there and I can pull on the weight and give myself a good lung expansion and challenge my legs to get that burn, and take myself in a memory of when I used to run and try to train to play harder than the next cat on the basketball field. So my training today is to be strong enough to hit any stage that would award me to be on. I'm going to make 10 grand a month stage. I'm going to make the 25 grand a month stage. I'm going to make 50 grand a month stage. And I'm going to do all these things over the next 60, 90 days. Maybe not 60 to 90. I'm going to say for the 50 grand, I put myself at, and Ray Mason, 50 grand, I've turned 62 in May. So that's my goal right now. That's aggressive, right? 0 to 50 grand, and I want to do it in 5.5 months, because the day the 15th. Okay. And I ain't made, but like 220 on that. Yeah, it's kind of lofty, right? But that's what kind of dude I am. That's where my mind go. And belief is what it's all structured on. And the things that Jim and Doc teach me, man, even at 50 grand in that amount of time, that's like, that might be a little shy, because always wish and hope and try to do something big.